Yeah, my first band. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Good. I can't even pronounce the name. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Iliamna was my first band
Mhm.
in high school, and everyone was older than me. They were like in their 30s in the band,
I think
and
did your dad play
my
before?
dad. So what happened was, is like the lead singer guy like ditched because I signed us up for Battle of the Bands, and we
Yeah.
had like 2 songs. So he was like really intimidated that I did that, and he quit the band. And then I just had to make it work. So like I asked my dad to play guitar, and then um, what happened? I don't know. That band was sick though. It was cool because I would like go play shows, and like my teachers would come at the bar, and I would see them get like really drunk, and then to be honest, one teacher actually passed me through Spanish because
Because
I
of your
saw
music.
him really up. Like one
Oh
of the
my
one of
god.
the nights before, he was really embarrassed.
Hello, hello. My name's Christian Lee, here for Earworm Digital. I'm here with
Ralph Castelli.
Ralph. How you doing on this lovely morning?
I'm doing good. It's a little overcast, so I'm finally getting a break from the heat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been so hot. I'm so glad. It's weird though. It's because it's summer. But
Yeah,
yeah, good thing we're in Alaska, so
yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
matter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of a little underdressed, but it's fine. You know, we're only here for a little bit, anyways.
yeah. No, you look great.
Thank you, thank you. You look good too.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I've followed you on Instagram for a while now, but I've listened to your music for a good amount of time. I think on my Discover Weekly, like back when Mystery just dropped.
Oh
I was
yeah,
hooked since
nice.
then. Yeah, Mystery Pretend's really good too.
Thank you.
And dang, you have so many bangers.
Oh, thanks, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, just going through your discography too. I realized like I think you do a little bit of duality. Like sometimes you have like more of like the up tempo stuff, and then you have like some like the grade A chillers.
Yeah, I have some real chill
So when
ones.
you like come up with a song, how do you decide like what like how do you decide to like write and like produce a song? Do you think it's based on your mood, or do you have like usually have something set in mind, or
Yeah, like usually I think I have like I keep a note in my phone of just like sometimes like a sentence will hit me, and then I just want to write about it. And then I'll make a bunch of beats, and then one beat, I say beats, but it's like me playing guitar and like programming drums or something. And then I'll just kind of match it to whatever feeling I had in my notes. So I have like a list of topics that I want to write about, and then they just sort of pop up occasionally. Then I write.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And you live in Alaska right now,
Yeah.
and believe it or not, you're actually not the first person I've interviewed that's from Alaska.
Really?
I interviewed someone named Quinn Christopherson.
Yeah, Quinn
He's
Christopherson.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, he's
Love
from
his music
Alaska
too.
too.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. You know him too.
Yeah.
I guess it's not that big
Well,
of a
I've met
state.
him once,
Oh,
but we
really?
haven't hung out much, but I've
Yeah,
I've definitely met him and heard of him. He's great.
he's great. But because I know we talked a little bit off camera. Spoiler alert. But we talked about before you moved back to Alaska. You lived in LA. What made you decide to move back to Alaska?
I think just being born and raised in Alaska, you start to miss just like doing whatever you want. Like here, you have to like pay for parking, and like there's just all these
Okay, that's
rules,
true. Yeah, yeah.
And then in Alaska, it's like I built my whole house, and not a single permit needed to be pulled. I just did whatever I wanted.
I was like, you and your dad built it, right?
Yep, me and my dad, and he's building his own thing now, and like I'm still trying to finish up the house, and yeah, that's what I love about Alaska. You can just like cut a bunch of trees down and build a house out of it.
Mhm. That's pretty cool. But there's always like the stereotype in like Alaska. There's like nothing to do. It's just like the Arctic. Like
Yeah,
in LA, it's kind of like the concrete jungle, and like LA, I mean in Alaska, it's like the Arctic jungle.
totally. Yeah, but I find it actually a lot more. There's a lot more to do because yeah, there's no like bowling alley or movie theater, but
Oh yeah,
I can like create whatever I want, with no rules, and I
that's true.
love that part so much.
Are you a big bowler? Because that was
No,
like the first thing you like
yeah, I know.
brought
Well,
up. I was
those
like,
are that. What's funny is I miss bowling and I miss the movie theaters the most
yeah,
because
that
I'm
makes
so
sense.
far out of society. Those are like the two things that I miss, I think, about like being in society.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get too off topic, but I gotta know because these like big movies came out like I think last month was like Barbie and Oppenheimer. Have you seen
Yep.
them at least?
Yeah, I did see both those movies, but it was like a whole ordeal. Like, like I had to like get a babysitter for Iris, and
Yeah.
then like we had to drive 2 hours each way to go to the movie theater, and it was like a whole thing.
Oh, it's that far from you, huh?
Yeah, it's that far. A gas station is 2 hours away from my house. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
I'm really like actually out there.
Then you are out there.
Yeah,
Wow. You're in your own domain.
yeah. It's awesome.
It is cool. And you did talk about your daughter, and then let's talk about your latest song, Iris and I.
Yeah,
A great song, very cute.
thank you.
And just tell me, like, what made you decide to write a song about your daughter?
I think that I'm actually a pretty private person,
Yeah.
and I don't really share much at all
Hmm.
about myself, but it started hindering me, and I have so many more songs than are out just because I didn't want to share them because they're too personal to me. And I just kind of had a breakthrough, and wanted to start sharing my personal songs. And that was one of the songs that I wrote that was more personal. I have so many more, but I just want Iris to grow up and hear the songs about her.
That's cute, yeah.
Yeah, not forgotten
Hmm.
songs.
Yeah, maybe someday she'll be like what, Blue Ivy when Jay-Z did that song and, got on the charts.
Oh, did he chart with a song about his
It's like
kid?
right when like she got born, like he sampled like her just like crying.
Yeah.
And then like that was like what, like somewhere on the Billboard.
Yeah, I was listening to Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely?
Great song.
And I didn't realize that like 5 or 6 minutes of it is just like voice memos of his kid.
Yeah.
I like didn't get that far into the song, I don't think,
It's a
until
long
like
song.
recently. But man, that song's so good.
It's so good. Steve Wonder, great.
Oh, dude,
A hot
so
take.
good.
He's really good.
Yeah, yeah, hot take, dude. Controversial, man.
Yeah, and someone had to say it.
Yeah.
But you say you're a very private person, and I could tell that. Would you say Ralph Castelli is more like a persona for you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Even though you do rock the glasses really well, just like
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you're dressed really well too. But I've seen on your Instagram for Ralph too. He's a little bit more eccentric.
Yeah, it's pretty eccentric
Mhm.
usually.
But what
I
would you
think
say are like the major differences between you and him?
that's a really good question actually. I think the main differences are like I guess in my day to day I don't feel like dressing that eccentric, like wearing dresses and
Yeah.
skirts and stuff all the time, just because it's not functional living so far out in Alaska dressing like that.
Hmm.
And then coming into LA to produce for people and work on mixes and stuff, um, it just always feels a little too extreme. But I love dressing more effeminately and taking pictures in a more effeminate way. And like, I think that it's actually really liberating as
Yeah.
a man to dress in an effeminate way. And I think that like people generally know that about me now. Like my first pictures were like I was wearing my sister's turtleneck like 7 years ago. So I've always loved dressing crazy, but it's just not functional. So like the
Yeah.
difference would be that I care about functionality in my day-to-day life, but he doesn't care at all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, well, just like I guess like just doing music and just like playing the character as Ralph, do you think ever bleeds over into your real life, or you do a pretty good job of keeping it separate?
It does bleed into my real life, and in fact, like it used to not, and then I remember like the first time it did bleed into my real life, I had been hiding that I had music out, and one day my roommates were like listening to a YouTube channel of like a curator,
Ah, yeah,
and
the
then my
classic.
song popped up, and they're like, "What the fuck is that you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And from there on, pretty much like it's bled into my real life. Like people know that I make music, but I really like don't tell people.
Yeah,
I just tell them that I produce music for other people.
and that's what you tell Uber drivers, huh?
Yeah. Actually, I think Uber drivers, I don't know what I say. I think I say I don't have a job.
All right, that's pretty good
Yeah.
too.
Because the worst thing is when you tell someone you make music and then they're like, "What's it called? Can we listen to it?"
Yeah, that's true.
Or like, that situation. I'm just, yeah.
That makes sense then. Do you ever get recognized in Alaska too?
Yeah, actually, that's like the only place I do get recognized
That's funny.
when I'm out and about. It's pretty cool. It feels good when you're in Alaska. Well, I have to go into like the main town, and because I grew up there, it
Oh,
just
okay.
seems to be like that happens a lot there. It's happened like a handful of times other places, but Alaska, yeah, it seems that they what would you say, support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. All their fan interactions have been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like such a small independent artist, so everybody seems to be like really cool, like really
Okay.
nice and nothing too crazy. Um, but yeah, I don't do much touring, so I guess I haven't met
I
all of
guess
the
that's true.
fans, you know.
Because I mean, I guess it's a little bit different since they do tour more. But like you produce for Doorjar,
Yeah,
like Neighborhood and everything, and then I bet they get some pretty wild stuff. And luckily, you've never had anything that bad, right?
yeah, no, I think I got a taste from producing for like Glaive or Neighborhood or Dora and their fans. Like Dora has really chill fans,
Yeah.
I feel like, but yeah, like
Glaive and
Glaive
Neighborhood though,
fans
oh
are
fuck.
crazy. Yeah, they're really crazy, and they like I think at one point they like hacked all of we couldn't even use Dropbox to like send bounces for the album because they had hacked all the shit and
That's
like
insane. Wow.
yeah, it's like so I'm really happy. My fans are super chill. They just like they'll just play it on their phone and kind of dance or
Uh
something
huh.
and take a picture with me.
Yeah. I mean, it's also definitely the vibe you give in the music too. Like,
Yeah, it's
definitely
pretty
more chill.
chill. Yeah,
Yeah, you're not
definitely.
doing more of like Glaive stuff. Glaive stuff.
Yeah, Glaive stuff is
Uh-huh.
definitely a lot crazier, but I love Glaive so much.
Minnesota is such a good
Yeah, Minnesota's a
song. Uh huh.
great song. Yeah, him and Jeff did that song.
Oh, okay, cool. And so, we've been doing a little bit of bantering. We've been talking.
Yeah,
Obviously, I've been saying this throughout the whole interview, but you're, very chill,
yeah,
very
I'm
easy to
very
talk to too.
chill. Oh, thank you.
But I'm wondering, can we take this to the next step? Because
Okay.
I know, I don't know how many friends you have in Alaska, and I know, as an adult, when you're growing up, a little bit harder to make friends when you're outside of, like college and like
Yeah,
high school and everything. So I'm wondering, you think we could be friends?
yeah, we could be friends. All
Okay.
right, all right.
All right. And a thing I love to do for my friends is give them gifts. But
Cool.
before I do that, though, I just remembered I do have a question to tell you. Because what music do you listen to growing up? Was it just like similar to like I wouldn't say more like electronic, more like lo-fi, or you listen to like more like rock, rap? Like what do you listen to?
I'd say growing up, what
Yeah,
I listened to, I'd say like the three staples for me
three staples of Ralph. Okay.
were probably like Sufjan Stevens,
Uh huh.
Radiohead, lots of Radiohead, and Postal Service
Mm-hmm.
were kind of like what made me. I don't know. I think that's it for what I can really go back to. A lot of Radiohead though. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, we have some gifts for you, and it's funny that you mentioned one person
Whoa, what?
because I heard this album had a big impact on you. So it's OK Computer.
Oh, sick. Yeah, dude. Wow, this is like the thick
This
one.
is a fancy
This is
one.
the
Yeah.
real one.
Yeah. I think it has like
Damn.
some other cuts on there.
Yeah, there's like B-sides and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even heard of a couple of songs on this. How I Made My Millions. I've never heard that. Crazy. Thank you, dude.
You're welcome. Because I think this was the first album you had on your boombox, right?
Yeah. How'd you know that? Yeah, I did have that. That was my first. I would count the seconds when I was supposed to take a nap. I would count the seconds on the boombox to this album.
That's great.
It's crazy.
It is great, yeah. But great album though. And I have another gift for you. And this one you didn't mention, but I heard you do like them. It's Jose Gonzalez.
Oh my god, I love Jose Gonzalez. Yeah, Jose Gonzalez inspired my guitar playing so much because it's constantly moving and there's nothing stagnant about it. I actually got to shake Jose Gonzalez's hand once, and it was like calloused and thick, and like I just knew he'd been playing guitar nonstop for 30 years. Wow, I don't have this record either on
Thank
vinyl.
God. Thank God.
Damn, thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Sick.
Where do you meet Jose Gonzalez at?
I went to his concert with one of my previous managers, and he was like, "Yeah, we can go in the back and meet him."
Oh, sick.
I was with Golden Vessel. We went
Oh,
together
it's
to the
Max.
concert.
Okay.
Yeah, I was with Max, and yeah, we went in the back, and then I like saw him like in the distance, and I handed Max my phone, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go up and shake his hand,
Uh-huh.
but you need to take a picture and act like because I wasn't gonna be like, let's take a picture,
Oh,
but I needed a picture with him
yeah.
because I grew up listening to Jose Gonzalez. So yeah, that's how I got to meet him. I don't know what that was,
That was
some
crazy.
weird bird or something.
Yeah. Okay. And so I don't know if a lot of people noticed, but you did spend some time in Australia,
Yes.
and I have a gift for you. And when I give you the gift, I want to hear the story behind it. Okay.
Okay.
So this one is a little bit of a mix, but it's Wu-Tang Clans versus the Beatles. It's just Wu-Tang Clan songs that they I guess sampled like from Beatle tracks.
What the
Pretty cool.
hell, dude? That's a crazy.
It's pretty cool. This is like a bootleg vinyl, I think.
Dude,
But I want to hear about the time that you cooked chicken for the Wu-Tang Clan.
how did you know that?
Hey, word gets around down under.
Damn,
You know?
that's crazy that you knew that. What the hell, dude? You have like a bootleg Wu-Tang. Yeah, I guess you must have like talked to one of my friends or something. Um, Wild. Yeah, I went. Um, how did that happen?
You worked at a restaurant.
I worked at a restaurant called Butter. Thank you for helping me. I worked at a restaurant called Butter, and I was just a dishwasher. I needed a job so bad, and like a friend told me, "Hey, we're hiring a dishwasher," so I started working there. And my first day that I worked at that restaurant, Wu-Tang was. We're in Australia, so
Yeah.
like you're not expecting to see Wu-Tang hanging around. You know, it's not like LA or something. And I go into the back with my backpack, and I'm like looking out the dish pit, and I see, um, who did I see first? I don't know. I can't remember who I saw first,
Oh,
but
there's so many of them.
I know. I think there was only three of them there, but yeah. Then something happened where like everyone was so excited, all the cooks left, and then the owner of the restaurant came back and was like teaching me how to make the chicken pretty much for the first time. I think it was my first day, I want to say, and I made Wu-Tang fried chicken. Yeah, that's crazy that you knew that.
That's funny.
This is sick. This is
Yeah,
like
really sick.
proper. We all need more bootleg vinyls.
For real.
That's kind of like the highest form of flattery, you know? Like if someone bootlegs your work,
That's true.
you know, you lose money, but it's pretty cool.
Have you ever thought making your own bootleg vinyls then?
I should.
You should.
I should. Like somehow figure out how to print them.
Yeah. Seize the means of production.
That's shit you can do in Alaska, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's gonna arrest you.
That's true. There you go. There you go. But it's funny because you're bootlegging yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And I have a few more questions for you.
Yeah.
And this one is a little bit out of the blue too, but did you ever jump on a trampoline on top of Flat Top Mountain?
Yeah, I did do that.
What was that like?
Um,
Was it exhilarating? Was it scary?
yeah, it was really weird. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you would know that, like chase it back a little bit, but I think what happened, my friend Ian was like, we're gonna carry a trampoline up this mountain. The hike is like 4 hours or something like that. And so we all took pieces of it, and then we went up to the top of the mountain and then built the trampoline and then jumped on the trampoline, and he like flew this drone around. But yeah, we did do that. It was really cool. That kid's crazy. He has a YouTube channel, and I think it's so slept on, but he's always doing like the craziest Alaskan shit. He built like an igloo and lived in it for a little while, and like,
Dang.
yeah, he's really cool.
That's a really good YouTube video.
Yeah. Oh, Yogi man, Yogo man. I'm trying to give him a shout out, but I can't remember his YouTube channel.
Well, we'll drop it in the video.
Yeah, cool.
Also, please sub the Earworm too. That'd be
Oh
nice.
yeah, subbed at Earworm.
Thank you. Okay, and so Ralph Castelli, great project. And let's talk about a different one though. Let's talk about Fairbanks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alaska, great song.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Before I had the Ralph Castelli project, I
mean, I know you're a private person. We don't want to talk too much, but what was working on that like? Because it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it was
a little bit
definitely
more personal.
Different. Yeah, it was definitely more personal. You're right. That was with me and my sister, and that was before the Ralph Castelli project. And yeah, I think like we didn't get too far. I think there's just like a few songs, so it's and like definitely never went on Spotify or anything, just like on SoundCloud. But yeah, that was like my first like artist project, I'd say. Yeah, more like experimental electronic. But then my sister would sing, and I'd pitch it all around and make it weird.
And you've been making music for a long time, probably like since as a kid, right?
Yeah.
But you feel like you've grown because you said like SoundCloud. I bet you probably dropped a lot of music on there too. You feel like you've grown since then, like since like when you dropped the song like I don't know, Gatsby or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely grown since that song. Yeah, definitely. I think that song's deleted off the face of the internet. So, yeah. Maybe it's still on somewhere. I need to find that song and delete it. But yes. Yeah, that was like me. So I started
Like
on the
you like finding
machine.
your footing.
Yeah, I was finding my footing, and I think like I was on the machine. I used to just make beats on machine or machina or whatever. I didn't have like a computer with software. Really, it was just like a really shitty computer, no Ableton or nothing like that. And I would use the machina to make beats, and then I would record vocals like in GarageBand or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was like me learning to do all that. First stages.
Right, that's funny. You said first stages. I have a video to show you.
Yeah, my first band. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Dude, I can't even pronounce the name. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Iliamna was my first band
Mhm.
in high school, and everyone was older than me. They were like in their 30s in the band,
I think
and
did your dad play
my
with you?
dad. So what happened was is like the lead singer guy like ditched because I signed us up for Battle of the Bands, and we
Yeah.
had like two songs. So he was like really intimidated that I did that, and he quit the band. And then I just had to make it work. So like I asked my dad to play guitar, and then um, what happened? I don't know. That band was sick though. It was cool because I would like go play shows, and like my teachers would come at the bar, and I would see them get like really drunk, and then to be honest, one teacher actually passed me through Spanish because
Because
I
you.
saw him really fucked up. Like
Oh my
one
god.
of the nights before, he was really embarrassed, and now like I wish I knew Spanish, but he skated me past. I don't know shit about speaking Spanish.
Wow.
I still passed somehow.
Yeah, you still pass.
Yep.
all thanks to that band.
Yeah, thanks to that band. Yeah, Iliamna. It's a lake in Alaska. That's what we
Oh,
named
I
it
see.
after. Yeah,
Okay.
people fish out of Lake Iliamna.
Do you?
I haven't been. You have. I think you need like a float plane to get there,
Wow.
which I don't have a fucking plane, so I've
Yeah,
never
you're not
went.
at that level yet.
No, no, that'd be sick though.
That would be sick. Maybe that's the next bucket list.
But yeah, it's Alaska after all. You can just buy a plane and start flying.
So you really make it sound like Alaska is just the wildest. You can just do anything.
You could literally do whatever. It's crazy. I love it.
Well, thanks for taking time to do the interview.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
thank
fun.
you.
And before we turn off the camera, though, interview is all about you. Anything you like to plug? Social media, new music. What's next for you?
I'd say as far as like plugging stuff, I mean, I'm working on an album and it's been a long time coming. I've just been like
Mm-hmm.
dropping random singles that I had
Yeah.
and but yeah, I'm working on an album and I feel like as inspired as ever. I had a little lull there and when I ran away to Alaska, I think that space gave me my inspiration back and I'm really excited for album 2. That's really all I got to talk about with it is just that.